Well, of
Thank
course.
you, dear. Thank you so much. Got it.
Caribou has a crew with a whole bunch of dudes and a couple really cool chicks. Come here to learn, come here to teach. Mostly we come to bullshit. Caribou heart, we all play our part in this cannabis game. Caribou heart, come pop a squat, recreate, or just kill your pain. Rolling up weed into a bunch of dudes and a couple dang dab hits. Laughing along, getting real stoned. Don't forget, dear Uncle Rick. Caribou heart, we all play our part in this cannabis game. Caribou heart, come pop a squat, recreate, or just kill your pain.
Fuck yeah, Friday night, episode 180. How's everybody doing tonight?
Awesome.
That
Hey,
song never
great
gets
to-
old. I love that song.
Oh, yeah, it just kind of has some timelessness to it. I would say thank you, Lobster, very much, brother, for that one.
Right?
For sure, for sure.
Sorry. So how is everybody?
Welcome.
Good, good. How are y'all?
Hi as fuck. The girlfriend, as amazing as she is, she surprised me. We went to the dispensary. She's like, "Oh yeah, let's go get you some dabs. We're almost out of dabs." And I'm like, "What? Are you dumping me?" But we go in there and they actually had new stuff for a change, which is pretty fucking rare and still extortionately priced. But hey, it's new. I mean, I got this. It's black cherry punch hash rosin. I don't know if you see that very well, but this stuff's purple and
That
smells
is purple.
fucking amazing.
Very
So
purple.
like I'm really stoked about that and I'm loving it. And then they not only did she just like love me once, she loved me twice. And what is this stuff? It's a live rosin jam. It says WP number 6, but it's like, yeah, it's like little diamonds in sauce pretty well. And it's pretty good. Not quite as good as the rosin, but I'm loving it. And the fact that there's just something new to smoke in this fucking area is
Call you Jim Morrison.
yeah, man.
She loves you 2 times.
I know.
Twice today.
I was hoping somebody would catch on to that. I should have known I couldn't have snuck that by you.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I can't laugh at that. I might be too old.
Oh, so that's I'm feeling blessed as hell. I got some killer dabs to be smoking on, so we'll be getting to the fucking dab for real soon here. And what's everybody else smoking on? What's everybody got?
Blueberry.
I
Still
still
smoking
got
flower from the summer run.
lemon runts for me and some diamonds. I got these still have the live rosin diamonds.
Yeah, they are beautiful.
I love it. Paula, what do you do on Sunday? You want to come cook us a meal on Sunday?
Sure, I'll come cook. What anybody have a suggestion on what they want to see?
Okay, so last time you did biscuits, gravy, and sausage, right? That was pretty stellar. What's a different direction that we can go, guys? Something.
Make us a quiche.
Take us the keys.
Oh Lord. That's like some talent there that, I'd probably have epic fail on that, but
Nah. Paul, you can do anything.
Oh, well, thank you. Do we want breakfast or do we want to cook a dinner for breakfast?
Oh.
Dinner for breakfast?
Yeah, I want to do a shake and bake, like a shake and bake pork chop.
Oh yeah, Kate.
Can I help?
Yeah, it has to be that. There's no other thing it can be but that.
And you do it in Chicago. Cheers, everybody. Been a busy night.
Cheers.
I'll be out, but glad everybody's coming to hang out, shoot shit, and smoke some herb. Boobies, doobies, and
Yeah.
boobies and doobies. Fuck it. Boobies and doobies Friday night.
sounds like a great time. Because one of the other things I want to get to here, I guess I'll try and figure out my screen share that, is he doesn't know about this. I haven't mentioned shit all to him about it. But so no, that's not the one. Wrong fucking page. Great. He's got art photography website here, and I think I'm trying to find that here so we show it off. That brother does a lot for us as a show around here, and he's trying to sell his artwork, and we want to help him out with that. He's a sponsor of the show, basically same deal as Hype. He does a lot of work for us. We love him. He just secured a huge project for us that we're not gonna. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it later in the show. We'll see how high I get, but everybody on the panel knows about it right now. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's 100% due to him. See, Bees is pooping right now. That's how big it is, right? He's got that look on his face. But anyways, what I'm hoping is we can get. I'm hoping that Colton's watching this right now. Going, why the fuck are you talking to me? And well, Colton, I'm hoping you can join us Sunday morning and join us for a bullshit. You can maybe tell us a little bit more about your what you got going on your photography website, and it's just better you to sell your product than me right off the bat until I get to learn about. But now that I've actually found his website, let's take a look at it. So this is the Sticky Macro website. Our sponsor, Colton Bridge, and this is the pre-launch sale he's got going on. You order all your prints now before the official site launch, save 25% on your order. He's got us a promo code. See some of these. Pull that up.
That's beautiful.
He does killer work, guys.
Wow.
I was fortunate enough to get a few of these prints sent to me. Colton sent to me through Hurtin Albertan.
Yeah, the ones you have are brilliant.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, these are like great work. So we want to bring some light to a brother and see if we can send some business his way. So this is my really fucked up way of just what I could have easily just said, hey Colton, you want to come on the show Sunday morning when I was talking to him just 3 hours ago on the phone, but no, I couldn't do that. Come on the show, babble like an idiot for 5 minutes, incoherent.
I remember Colton. He's cool people. I can't wait to buy something.
That's
Actually,
amazing
money for
stuff,
change.
right?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's cute.
his early promo code is early boofer. It looks like it's all capitals, and it's good for 15% off until February 10th, 2022. So
I have no pen, so you're gonna have to put that in the chat somewhere.
we can do that.
That would be awesome. No, you have your cigarettes that way, but you only have one, so it's not lined. And don't tell anybody I'm smoking a cigarette.
Oh yeah, okay. Nobody will know. It's our little secret.
Yeah.
Until they rewatch it tomorrow.
But I just look at it the page right now. Colton's like, I don't even know how you're there right now. But anyways, we did it. That's how good I am at fucking shit up, people. Is get in, destroy.
You're on mute. Oh yeah, I see you, but that's all I can see.
I knew you could do it. Hey, I got an idea.
Hell of an idea.
That's a great one. It'd take me a second to oh, wrong button. There we go.
How to behave. Yes.
Why is everybody quiet all of a sudden? Sounds like dab time, and everybody's just like instant, just like zip it.
I was dying for my own dab, so that's, I
I
mean,
thought that was cricket.
I'm like 2 minutes behind.
I see Mrs. G-Bay kicking it over there in the corner. How you doing, Mrs. G-Bay? I should
Good, how are you, Caribou?
I'm doing great. So this is funny as fuck to me. We were both hanging out on Rosta Jeff's
Here we
Instagram
go.
live on Monday. You know how it is when you see someone say on the Zoom panel, and we know her as Mrs. G-Bay, and some people have different names for Instagram cannabis, sometimes multiple Instagram, you know, it's just like fuck. And Mrs. G-Bay actually is directly responsible. We're gonna have Rosta Jeff coming on the show here pretty soon. And I'm sitting there listening to him talk, and I remember him stumbling over her name, but I'm busy playing with plants and stuff like that, and quickly get sidetracked. All of a sudden, he's talking about our show and how he loves hanging out with us and Canadians and stuff. And I kind of laughed at myself because there's actually a lot more Americans hanging out on the panel than there's Canadians, but that's all good. And basically, Rosta Jeff's pretty excited to come hang out with us again soon, and that wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for Mrs. G-Bay letting him know that she was a part of our crew and bringing that up on the Instagram live. So
Total accident.
yeah,
It was a happy accident.
yeah. So I floated a date out there to him, and he said maybe, possibly, and if not, we'll work out a different date. But coming soon will be another Rosta Jeff. So always great time. So thank you, Mrs. G-Bay.
You're very welcome.
But now that Rosta Jeff has stumbled over it, and I kind of, yeah, that's a bit of a mouth trip there. How do we say your Instagram name?
Okay, so it's Barefoot HG. That stands for Homegrown Vibes.
Okay, I thought it was home gardener was what I was.
That's okay. I get people asking if it's hippie granola, fucking hippie girl, whole bunch of different things. But yeah, it's homegrown. But yeah, so he was stumbling on the pronunciation of the name, and he's done that a couple of times. So I threw it out there, the connection with G-Bay and Caribou, not really thinking about how like a shout out to the show, right? So then he kind of caught up on that, and then he actually was one of the nights he had just seen a few of my comments, luckily. So yeah, that got conversation happening, and then all of a sudden he's throwing dates out there. I'm like,
Yeah, that was
I
cool.
woke up and was
not my show.
getting my coffee in the morning, and she comes downstairs in her house, goes, "Oh, I got some news for you." And I'm like, "The fuck you? What's going on, man? It's fucking 6 a.m." Tells me the whole story. I'm like, "Oh,
Like you're sleeping."
That's kind of fun. That's pretty cool." Fucking that. Okay, I'm off to work. Diddly little hop, skip my fucking step there. I was like, cool.
I
wasn't expecting that.
And I was just getting ready to do the run too, right? So it's like kind of weird how that all worked out.
Yeah, no, it was really cool because there for a second I was like, because I wasn't paying attention until he started talking about our show, and he's like, "Yeah, I'd love to come on." I was like, right away, I was just like, "Yeah, dude, just pick a date, you name it, or we'll figure it out or whatever." Along those lines, and he's sitting there looking at just like listed off dates, list off 3 or 4 of them. Stopped on February 3rd, so possibly next Thursday we might be doing a special show on a special night kind of thing, because and that's the funny thing is because he said the 3rd, I had just assumed that he was going picking Tuesday dates, right? And I was like, well, February 3rd, I know we got people booked well past that. So that's going to be weird right there. And then I look and I was just like, well, that's a Thursday. That's yeah, we could do a show on Thursday. I've got nothing better going on that day, I'm pretty sure.
I'll figure it out.
You know, my life is so interesting at the best of times, right?
Here I was inboxing you like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. It's totally not my show."
Yeah, thanks for volunteering us for shit. Fuck.
Yeah, right? I know. Caribou was like, "So yeah, thanks to you, we've got this show coming up." But he didn't clue into who I was at the time. So I'm like, I hope that's okay. I'm sorry. Not sorry if it works out.
Pretty cool.
It's a lot of fun. What really makes me happy is seeing there's a lot of people are really wanting to step up and help us push this whole thing forward and bring it somewhere. Right now, like up to this point, has been relatively easy. It's just we kind of show up 3 days a week and see what happens. You know, Tuesday nights we kind of got a plan more often than not and see where it goes. But now it's like we start spitting out the eye around the ideas for just, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? And you start getting some really cool ideas from some places that you didn't really expect them to come from necessarily. And it's just like, yeah. And when you feel that support behind you, it's like, we're going to do so much cool shit. We're going to have so much fun. Well, you know what? We'll go into this right off the bat. So Colton Bridge just secured us YouTube licensing for an instrumental version of the YMCA. Gee, sounds a lot like MCMA, doesn't it? Yeah, that's right. So we're going to make a music video, and right now I'm already working on some lyrics because it's the instrumental. That's all it is, which is perfect. It's exactly what we want. But think about it if you sing it with me. Motherfuck the MCMA.
Motherfucking MCMA. I'm trying.
Where we're going with this. So what I need though, because this is a 4-minute and 20-second clip or 4-minute and 27-second clip that we need to knock 7 seconds off of for very obvious reasons. But that is a lot of footage that I need, and I can't just do this all by myself. So everybody on the panel has already been asked for the help. Everybody knows the song. We can do it. Oh, we just got to knock a Y off, right, and put an M, and then we've got it. And this, like, as many people as we can get in this. Another one I mentioned is, it's like odds are it'll probably be me singing it because it's me putting it together. But the chorus isn't one person singing the fucking song. It's a group of people doing gang vocals on a microphone or whatever to get a bunch together. So if you guys are hanging out and you're thinking about this, get in front of your phone or another video camera, stand there, 3-4, whatever, do the motherfuck the MCMA, and like, let's hear you sing it, because I'm going to look to try and cut and paste that into the song. So it just sounds way fucking better. You can have a lot of fun with this. Anybody that's ever paid attention to our shows realizes we use comedy as a big tool in what we do. I've said many times, comedy is the best medicine for everything except broken ribs. It heals wounds and stuff. And we're talking about a malicious group of people. Like, let's make no bones about it. They have malicious intent towards a good, caring group of people. We have I don't want to say huge fan base, because we don't really have a huge fan base, period. But we got a really good group of support from Michigan right off the bat from the beginning of this show. We've had Michigan people standing behind us as a group of crew and a show. Michigan Bros Grow Show is the prime example of that. And we got this big group of assholes that are trying to fuck with them. Let's show them support, and let's start stringing some videos together, guys. You can send them to me at caribouheartgenetics@gmail.com, and I'll start stringing shit together. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's use comedy as a weapon, I guess you could say. And hey, fuck you, we're not just taking your shit. We are better than you just because we're not a bunch of soulless assholes, and we're a fuck of a lot funnier than you. So we're gonna have fun doing this. That's about all I got on that one. Give us a hand, man. Let's shed some light on this. Do it together.
The best. I'm fucking for it. How's everybody today? I'm fucking smoking Mac and gift weed that I got from a friend with an unknown name, but it smelled kind of like coffee.
Fire something up myself.
What are you smoking there, Uncle Rick?
I'm into the Driz Nipper tonight, and enjoying it.
What is it called?
Driz Nipper from Exotic Genetics. Really solid buds. Quite flavorful. Very enjoyable.
What kind of flavor?
I'm thinking it's got a bit of God, now that you maybe it's in my brain. Maybe I almost wanted to say coffee there too, but I don't. I'm not good at that. I'm good at smoking it, but I'm not too good at picking out this nose.
Any mushroom hot chocolate tonight, Uncle Rick?
No, I thought we'd pass tonight. It was on my mind, but I'd like to hold off for at least 2 weeks. Has it been 2 weeks? You guys know my regime better than I do. I'll bet.
Always on your mind.
I don't know.
I think it's only been 1 week.
Was it last Friday I performed, or the Friday before? I gotta remember that.
We called you out on it last week because you were sitting there doing nothing, and somebody said, "Is Rick okay over there?"
Yeah, okay. So I gotta wait another week.
How's your mushroom? How's the mushroom going for you?
Oh, you know what? I still haven't started the project yet. Well, what happened was I gave the bins to Buddy, and he took the drill bit to them and kind of exploded the plastic. So I had to start over. Yeah, so I had to start over. So I got new bins.
I got my 1 jar in a mono tote, so I got 1 tote going, and I'm fixing to start my 2nd tub this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Got a quick question for Bees. Well, it's not me, it's Chad Westport. Bees, if you were a village person, which one would you be?
Yeah.
The one with the biggest wiener.
Which village? That's the real question.
What
Depends on
village?
what village.
Well, since you have the biggest wiener of the village, it would be the village of the little wiener people.
You just got spacey talking about wieners there of all subjects.
Yeah, really.
Hey, everybody got quiet. What's on your guys' mind? Everybody excited after I started talking about that. They're like,
Well, I was like,
Either that or your cup.
that was what brought me.
Yeah,
silence.
what's your
I was
cup?
like, do I?
I want to be beyond me, man.
it's awesome. It's pretty much
He
awesome.
seems like the most macho out of all of them.
I haven't smoked out of it yet, but
That's why we're all distracted, because that is super cool. I've not seen one like that. It's got a lot of hill.
That is so cool.
I got to
Yeah.
decide what I write on their cheeks.
Oh,
You already know it's going to be booth life.
Right? I love it.
How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody in the chat's out there having a good time. Everybody on the panel's having a good time. I'm going to go get stoned because I've been slammed in here all the time.
I just now
Such a
realized the
dummy.
question.
I just realized it's Friday night, and I haven't put the fucking link in chat yet. Sorry, guys.
He's asking me,
Like, yo,
Macho
what
Man,
the
of
fuck?
course.
We're all those people.
Cheers, Thunder Dan, Family Farms, Baked to Bluegrass. Wait. It's Friday, Baked to Bluegrass. Cheers. If you're not busy, get on screen.
Sorry about that, folks. There we go.
Here you go, Kingfisher. The carb. Kingfisher really likes the carb on this thing because it's her belly button.
I see it. I'm not.
That's not a coffee mug.
No.
It is a coffee mug, but it's a.
It is, but it's a bowl too.
Okay.
I
It's
like
like a
it.
bust
Yeah.
with a dong coming out of its hip.
Yeah, it's like dongish. It's not a straight dong because that's full frontal. So like it's a dongish appendage from a mix up of evolution of the 3-donged
Its circumcision was performed with a melon baller.
Yes. Precisely. They tried using a cigar cutter first, but it didn't work. Oh shit, Spartan, cheers, buddy. He does have a pretty dope hat, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man.
What's up, man? Thank you. This was cheap as hell, dude. I got it at one of the events for like $15 or something off at a booth.
Is that the one? Yeah, it's got the weed up underneath it and shit.
Yeah. It's
that's
it's
dope.
a hemp, it's one of those hemp hats.
Yeah.
From Alpine. This one was Grow Green, Michigan. Where is it? There it is. Grow Green, Michigan. I just like the emblem on the front. Keep blazing and stay amazing.
I do like that.
I like the
I like it a lot.
You can, if I don't know, I haven't looked recently, but if you go to Alpine Hemp Company's website, they were selling it still on their website too.
Aren't
But
they the ones? They do a lot of companies' work, right?
They do all the hats for Mint Canico. They did all ours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of hats. They did the DGC hats, like what?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. It has a little doobie holder on the side, right? It has a little thing to slide your doob ski in.
Yep.
Who's that over there with Miss G-Bay?
This one says smoke on it.
There's an imposter over there.
But yeah,
There's
you
an
could.
imposter over at G-Bay's house. I gotta go tell his wife.
Oh,
Fuck that David old fool.
Oh, shit, there he is. What's up, Bubs?
She's ballsy too, right on live on YouTube. She's like, yeah, fuck G-Bay. I'm with this clean shaven motherfucker.
Like this new man.
Bay 2.0 younger version.
G-Bay's back. All right.
No, use it or lose it.
Can't use it.
Wow, it's like that was your shit, bro. See, I was a New Kids on the Block era, so I mean, just a bunch of wannabes.
I preferred New Kids over. I'm not a Backstreet fan.
What was New Kids like? What was their big hit again? There's the right stuff.
There was one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cover Girl.
Right.
Hanging tough.
Hold on.
That's it.
What about the good old classics like Bop?
That's
that was a Hanson song.
I actually later Hanson is not bad. If you look at later Hanson, it's actually pretty fucking
Well, if you
good.
look at anything of that era, whatever was like amazing, if you look at it now, it's just okay, we had something going on in our heads then. Because it's not all that great now, you know what I mean?
See, for me, it's opposite because like music is like tied to memories for me. So if I hear stuff from a long time ago, it reminds me of the long time ago. Sometimes it's a good memory, you know.
Yeah, pop music does hold that nostalgia effect more so than like songs that I liked, but it did seem like that pop era of that time was a little like pretty adolescent-y, you know what I mean?
For sure. For some reason, YouTube keeps recommending me. They recommended me this one yesterday. It was like 80s. It was just compilations of old 80s fucking commercials.
Yeah.
And it was like old ads and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe people acted this way. What the
With
fuck?
the bowl cuts and shit, everybody had
It was ridiculous.
Kill me.
Our son.
Pokemon.
Yeah, our son's addicted to the Doritos commercials. He likes the YouTube video.
There's compilations of like Dorito commercials from all over the world, and some of them are kind of messed.
I haven't seen it.
You eat a Dorito, or we will deport you to America.
Yeah, I've seen the.
A lot of them are dogs.
The Gulf commercial.
You said they had dog flavored Doritos.
This YouTube.
Yeah, has dog.
It's getting rough in Canada, bro.
Stupid.
No dog flavored Doritos.
Does each canine taste different? Like, is it like Labrador?
No, I said they have a lot of dogs in the commercials.
I remember talking, I used to game a lot, and I used to talk to a guy, about a good buddy from New Zealand. And he said they have chips there that are, I can't remember if it's lamb or goat, but one or the other, lamb or goat flavored. And it's one of the most popular chips down there. I'm like, that is insane to me.
That's because the kitten flavors, they don't stay on the shelf very long. As soon as they put the kitten flavor out.
Have you
What he
heard
told me-
of the Japanese and Chinese? Like,
Squid? Ugh.
I like
squid.
Squid
You
just
guys
tastes
has
like
I think
fishy.
one might be scorpion even. Like that's crazy. Eel. That was
Try anything once.
I said that too until it started hurting. Okay.
You're not
After
supposed
that
to boost the
point, I
tentacles.
gave up.
You're not supposed to boost the tentacles, bro.
Dude, nobody told me to
Grab
go
you.
on.
Oh, man.
At least asleep.
Yeah, you can't go tentacles first, dude. They have a beak. These motherfuckers will cut you off like a guillotine.
You see those videos with those, Oriental chicks eating with chopsticks and they're trying to fight their way out of their mouth and shit, dude. I'm just sitting there like, that is so fucking brutal.
Like mentally, how do you even? Ugh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't even do that.
Fucking ball that shit up in your mouth. You swallow hard, motherfucker.
Fuck that. You grab that by the 8 legs, you smack it on the table once, and then you eat it.
It's still gonna be grabbing you, dude.
It's not as fresh, man. It's not as fresh.
It's gonna be feel. Yeah, exactly, Spartan. Yeah, Spartan knows.
You smoking a stogie?
A fat stogie?
Oh, that's so told you guys before, and I've shown you, I grow my own mullein now, right? Like right by my knee, about a foot from my knee. I've drawn mullein growing in a little sip container. You take the leaves.
I didn't see that.
Shit, but you cut out a piece like that, and you use that as a wrap for your rolling a joint. And so, like I talk about it is helping to kind of open and alleviate your bronchial airways, whatever you want to call them.
Been reading about that a lot.
A bit, and yeah, it's just another way of making your own meds at home.
For a second there, it looked like you had like a big giant fucking cigar on the go.
Well, it's extremely poorly rolled because it's the first one I've rolled in a long time. Like all my mullein that I've had from like last summer's been dried out for months by now, so it just crumbles to the touch. That one I just pulled and cut yesterday, rinsed off, and been sitting there. Most of them are already so dried out that they're already starting to crumble and crack when you touch them. I had that one that was still pliable, and what did I do?
If only you had blunt liquors.
That was a nice mistake.
Rolling that together.
Yeah, apparently my mouse was.
That was the start of a Tony Hawk video or something. Escape. What was this? What was all this?
We know that. What was that?
It sounded like MXE to me.
Yes.
That video.
Most extreme elimination challenge.
Nope, that was the beginning to the 1-to-1 ratio.
Jesus, good.
I'm not sure where the fuck we found that, and that's funny because that exact video on my computer I was trying to find so I could play it before the live with Johnny. I can't find it on my computer. I must have deleted it somehow, but then somehow by kicking my mouse it just shows up on my screen playing for
MXD was an epic show, still is, but just the commentary is the best. Like
it is.
I just remember one where Buddy falls down. He's like, ooh, and he lands in a thirsty altar boy. I just remember that so much. I'm like, public TV. Okay. All right. Fucking here we are. This is where we've gotten to in today's age.
I never understood growing up how that could be on cable TV, but the word shit or cannabis or something like that was fringed upon.
Beefed out. Or poor people would take a volleyball from 150 feet up. Wow.
Right to the face.
Oh, yeah. So good.
Oh, we're watching that tonight.
Yeah. The punching wall.
It was the shit.
Hey, how badass was it kicking it with Kazoo the other day? That was fun.
He cracks me up.
Fucking love Kazoo. He's a cool fucking dude. You know, we were up at the protest at the Capitol here in Lansing on what was that, September 15th protest, and he comes rolling by. He's got a wagon, you know, the wagons that have the wood slat sides that you can pop off. He's dragging that behind him with a box just full of little seedling or little saplings of, I can't remember what trees, but he's just handing out trees to people at the, like actual trees. I was like, okay, cool.
In a beaver panel station wagon.
That's so awesome. He has such a good message, you know, great way of delivering it.
Always a positive guy for sure.
Glad we got to meet him. I started bouncing a few ideas off of him with the whole fuck the MCMA thing. Try to get that thing to hashtag a bit, having fun with, like I said, just making fun of them. Like, these guys are so shitty. How shitty are they? Type jokes. I don't know. I definitely encourage fucking just having fun with assholes like that. Like, just do it.
I 100% appreciate everything you're doing, but I hope it doesn't get you any strikes or anything or any kind of heat for it. Because these guys do like to play dirty. I don't know that they're going to come after you, but
One way to find out, right? If right, there's always other stuff we can do off of YouTube if YouTube starts fucking
True.
saying, hey, you can't do that because those guys pay us money type bullshit. So we can do it off platform as well. It's one of the really awesome things that we appreciate about Colton Bridge is working on our website right now. And that'll be eventually an alternate place for us to be able to just content that damn well won't make it to YouTube or shit. Maybe you just don't want to put it to YouTube or for whatever your reasoning is. And eventually, hopefully, we can get everything we've done over there. So that way, if we do get our YouTube channel pulled, which we're not actively trying to do, but let's face it, we say shit that we probably shouldn't say, and eventually, it's all likelihood it very well might happen. So let's be prepared. That's what I'm trying to say.
that's smart. What's going on with your guys is I've only read a few things on the trucker convoy, but the few things that I've heard coming out of Canada make me pretty proud. I used to be a union steward for the Teamsters, and I represented a lot of the truckers, so I kind of have a soft spot in my heart for them. And then when I started seeing the videos and everything else, man, I almost teared up a couple times. I'm like, that's the fucking shit right there. So
I spent 5 years working in a freight warehouse in my early 20s, so I get it. Yeah, this world, everything in this world was freight at some point in time or another. Whether it be the clothes on your back, the shoes on your feet, the groceries in your cupboard, the windows in your house, like the supplies to build your house. Everything was freight brought in by truckers at some point in time or another. People don't realize that. Now, I can't validate these numbers because, when you see shit on social media, is it true? But I've heard some people say it's, as of yesterday, it was a 480 kilometer long convoy. It's like, that is fucking insane. So that's
still more.
Like that highway speeds around here is the law is 100 kilometers an hour. It takes me 4 hours to get from here to my parents' place. And you think about that, and that's even farther from here to my parents' place. That is just like when I put it into my own perspective, because I know how to judge the time and distance on that, right? That to me is just wow. Rick, what is if that is true, which I'm not saying it is, this is what I've heard.
Show us on your hand, Rick.
What is 480 kilometers? How many miles is that? Are you able to do the math?
On your hand.
Yeah, 480. That would be about 350 miles. It reminded me though of the company I worked for years ago. We were at a sales meeting, and the representative for Alberta was there, and somebody asked him, the two major cities in Alberta are Edmonton and Calgary, and so somebody asked him, Wayne, how long does it take to get from Calgary to Edmonton? And he said, before metric, it used to take me 4 beers. Now it takes me 6. Anyway, and that's just about the formula there. 40 miles is 60 kilometers. So roughly 350.
100 kilometers an hour is 55 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blue Kiss. I won't remember that, but it's
when I drove a school bus, the kids used to tell me to go 100, so I said okay.
So you were the cool bus driver and everyone liked.
Yeah, so I go 100 kilometers an hour, and there you go, kids. They were going 100.
That's 50. That's only 55 miles an hour, Lucas.
A little bit more, give or take.
Wow.
I may or may not have sped at that moment.
So the fastest I've driven, and that's because as a governor on my fucking car, is 120 miles an hour. So how many kilometers per hour would that be?
About 160, maybe.
More than that. It's got to be more.
I think it's in the millions.
I think it's a ticket to jail.
Yeah.
it's only if they catch you.
That's if you stop. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Hey,
can only give you a
Siri,
You
ticket
gotta
if you
either run
pull
out
over.
of gas or you just fucked up.
how many kilometers in 120 miles?
120 miles is 193.12 kilometers.
Yeah, I was wrong.
193.
120 miles an hour is 195 kilometers.
Okay, so that's the fastest I've driven on a road here in Michigan.
You know, when you drive fast,
That was last week.
things can happen really fast.
It was actually passing my boss on the highway, and then I was waving to him.
Must have been one of our good days. So we've had some pretty shitty snow days here. I don't see anybody going 120.
Oh yeah, that was when the roads were clear. I don't live way the hell up north like you do.
I don't live north.
Norther than me.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, that's further north than me.
In that
Yeah.
hand, she's not pointing on where she lives. She's pointing out she's gonna slap the shit out of you next time.
I'm not worried about it. Blue Kiss is sweet.
Yeah, I only seem a little burdened.
I've only ever gotten hugs from Blue Kiss, so I hope that tradition continues.
I see no reason why it should stop.
How's the hip and leg feeling, Lucas?
What's that, hon?
How's your hip and leg and all that feeling?
I'm doing really good right now. I'm sitting comfortably, which is my goal for any length of time. So for some reason, I found my sweet spot here on the love seat, and I'm not going to go anywhere.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Yesterday when I was watching Polarity Science, I was at my desk, and even sitting on pads, I had to stand up halfway through just because I just started cramping up. I couldn't do it anymore. But I can at least stand now, and that's compared to where I was 2 weeks ago. Whee! I'm way ahead.
Yeah, that's awesome. How much longer till they figure you're kind of
Healed?
back at it?
They haven't given me an end date, but they're gonna put me into a more aggressive occupational therapy so that I get back faster. Just had my staples out, and she was real impressed with how good I was doing when I was there. So, but compared to most people that break the femur or their hip there, I'm pretty young. I'm 62. When I was leaving, all the doors were open on a lot of the rooms, and I'm looking at 70, 80, and sometimes 90-year-old people sitting there looking like they have about the same crap going on that I do, because I was in the osteo wing or whatever it is, and some of those people aren't going to recover. Some of those people are going to die from their injuries, because that's how it went with my dad. He just couldn't overcome it when he had his broken hip.
That's really
So yeah, I'm a young chick in the world of broken hips.
Well, hey, take any positive you can. The way as you were talking there, I was about to make a smart ass crack, and then you just kind of realized where the conversation was going. I was like, yeah, no, that's a bad time for that.
Is there any bad time for a smart ass crack, really?
Yeah, when you're talking about people dying from their fucking broken hips and shit.
I guess so.
It's not necessarily a bad time. It's just you gotta be a little bit.
Yeah, the timing wasn't there.
You just kind of shut me down in my tracks on what I was gonna say. So, but that's all good. I'll come back at it next time.
So I guess they have at the occupational, they have something called joint sessions for the people going through the rehab. So maybe I'll get in on the joint sessions.
Not that kind of joint session. Sorry.
They told me about it. Oh, that was after I told them I was taking only RSO for my medication. So the guy that I told it, he said, yeah, well, they got these joint sessions. You'll fit right in. Okay. But yeah, it sounds like I am going to be going to the joint sessions. So
that's awesome.
Good. Yeah.
You hear that. And then when you're there, you can tell them about our joint sessions over here. Show us some love, get us a few more views over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of them are receptive, some aren't so much. But
So Care Love, a few weeks ago, we were talking, and I forget how the conversation, but it had a lot to do with the electrical stuff. And you mentioned that you went to college for electrical engineering. There's got to be a story
For a
there.
brief
Tell us
period.
about it.
Okay, so for a brief period, I did not complete the degree. Unfortunately, my health declined at that time and I couldn't. But at the time, I was living up in around Kitchener, Waterloo area, and I was attending college up there. And what it was a free course, fully like funded and everything for women that wanted to get into the electrical engineering workforce, like the trades. So they basically did a screening where they did little interviews with us, and then there was an aptitude test, which I aced, which was great. And yeah, I entered into doing electrical engineering. It was really, really, really cool. Got a lot of positives out of it. I really enjoyed myself. I did. But yeah, like I said, unfortunately, my health ended up declining a little, and I couldn't finish the degree. Wish I did. Wish I could have, but yeah,
You may decide to follow up again sometime
maybe.
if you had enough interest.
Yeah, yeah. It was just
Cool.
yeah. If you have a trade, you can always fall back on that something, like if you can work with your hands, yeah. So
Yeah, there's got to be
that's
all
about
kinds
it.
of.
There's really
Yeah.
not a huge
No,
big
I was
story about it. But
I guess you answered my curiosity because I guess there's a lot of industry where it's male dominated and females for whatever reason aren't given the opportunity. So that's what piqued my curiosity when you said that you had been studying that, and just curious what
yeah.
your interest was. So cool.
Yeah, no, it was purely by I needed to do something. I needed to go back to school. I needed to do something with my time, and that is where life took me.
Right on, right on.
Right.
So, and my curiosity goes on, but of course, Bartney's already moved on to another smoking device there. But I saw you smoking with the Gandalf, and I was just curious there. If is there some? Do we have a taste or flavor thing going on with the Gandalf, or just is that? And is that? It looks like it's glass. That one that you've got there is glass.
Yeah, this is a glass.
Yeah.
It's like it's like yellow tinted glass or fumed, I think they call it. But yeah, it's got a little carb on the side. I like to use it for hash. I was smoking hash that I switched to flower, so I did both in it. But I like it for hash because of the extra long draw on it will cool the smoke a little bit. It's got to come so far.
I got it. Sure.
And it keeps the fucking flame away from your beard, which is extra cool.
How many times did you think that neck on something and thought you broke it?
I actually broke I broke another bong with that because I had a bong sitting on a table in front of me and I went to set that next to it and I hit one with the other and it broke the other one, but it didn't fuck with that at all.
Wow. Is that neck kind of sturdy or because it looks kind of fine?
It's actually, I would say it's more fine towards, the neck, but down here, this is where I hit it. This part's pretty fucking sturdy. All this right here. But yeah, you don't want to hit glass on glass. It's not a good thing.
No.
Actually, I still have that bong. Hold on, I'll grab it.
So what are you smoking on tonight, Blue Kiss?
I'm smoking Gorilla Glue tonight. And RSO just kicked in. So I'm feeling pretty good. How about you, Paula? What do you got in the pipe?
I got some lemon runts and I was doing some diamonds, some live rosin diamonds earlier. I don't remember the strain, but I'm pretty baked right now.
Yummy.
Here's
What
that
was
one I
that,
broke.
Paula? You put.
I
Oh,
just
yeah.
broke one. I just hit the corner on one of these right here and it busted the whole fucking
Oh,
corner out.
man.
Oh,
But
that's
but it still works. I can, if I cover it with my thumb like a carb,
Like a
it'll
second
still work.
carburetor.
Yeah. Shit.
That's a fucking tragic thing right there.
You roll with the punches. It just means you got to buy more glass, so it's not too bad of a thing.
Okay. Hey, that's a good attitude to have.
I know. I get a new. I have a. This is my new glass out of. I get the Daily High Club box.
I
So
like
they
that
send
one.
the little. It's so little though. Like it's
But for a
it
travel
came-
piece, that would be nice for a little travel
Right.
piece.
It came with the flower bowl, but I really like it as a dab rig. So
Yeah, nice.
It's pretty good though. I like it.
I think it's cool. It fit in your hand pretty easy too, the way that's shaped.
Oh yeah, it's a little bottle, moonshine bottle, but it's still, it's cool. But yeah, I'm a big glass person. I love all types of glass. We
This
have
one's
large
still,
pieces.
this is still my very first glass piece, my first bong I ever bought. I haven't broke this bitch yet, so I'm happy about that.
Oh.
I can't even say I have the first bong. I can tell you I have a bong made for me.
Oh, that's even cooler.
We
my
follow It's a
favorite type.
Bobo on cannabis. And so I sent her the graphic of the gargoyle
Nice.
and she put the flowers. It's just a plain beaker and she, did
I
her
love the
artwork
beaker.
on
That's my
it.
favorite style is beaker bongs.
And it's signed by her. I don't know if we can get it, but it's signed by her. But
Oh yeah, I can see it around the neck of where the
Yeah.
bowl is. Yeah.
it's a big beaker though, and I'm used to my little pieces. So, it's so long. It takes a lot of long.
I like bongs, but they get fouled so quick. You have to keep up on cleaning them. But that was my New Year's resolution anyway, was keep my glass clean. So there you go.
Yeah.
This is my Cheech bong. This is the only beaker bong I have, but I don't use it a lot because like what you just said, it takes me like 3 draws to get the fucking thing cleared.
But when it comes to cleaning, it's one of the easier ones I find for cleaning.
For
If
sure.
I
agree.
dump the water
I
out
agree.
every time.
Yeah, you just change it every day. It stays pretty clean.
Yeah.
My favorite glass piece though is the one that y'all usually see me smoking on. It's just a basic design pull, really simple. It's a little dirty right now, and I clean it once a week, I promise.
That's
doesn't
cool. I
look
like that.
bad.
I like that one too. I like how it's got a real wide neck on it. You probably
Oh yeah,
get some big
the
draws off of
mouthpiece
it.
is my favorite. Like it's just a nice draw off of it.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah. My son-in-law gave me this beaker. That and Kazoo dab rig that it was fairly good size because of when the baby was born. They were just too big for the house. So he wanted to get them out. And I have the advantage.
Badass.
So I gave up my what's it called, cable TV or whatever it is, a couple of months ago now, and right or wrong, so I don't watch the news anymore. It's just not part of my. Yet it used to be a really big part of my life, and somehow the world seems to go on without me knowing what's going on in the world of news. So I had when you were talking earlier about the truckers in Ottawa, I didn't really know anything about it, but I just got a text from my brother, and he sent me this. We'll see if we can bring it up on the screen here.
Oh Oh, damn. Yep, there you go.
Is your brother much like you?
That's a good question. No, nothing. We're nothing
Well,
like
I'm
each other.
basing it on the joke that he's somewhat like you.
Oh, he's got a great sense of humor. Let me put it that way. Got a great sense of humor. Actually, he's a fun-loving guy, and I don't think he could possibly have an enemy in the world. And he's just like a big teddy bear. Yeah, he's a hell of a nice
Stoner?
guy. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Of course. Well, no, it's not really a matter of course. You know, in my family kind of split. 2 stoners, 2 none.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's doesn't necessarily mean that everybody is. Yeah.
Crazy story. I grew up, my parents telling me drugs were bad. Don't ever do anything, including cannabis. And well, I'll just get right to the point. I grew cannabis before I found out that both my parents smoked, and my sister and my brothers.
Are you the youngest?
No, I've got one older brother or one older sister and 2 younger brothers. So yeah, and I grew before I smoked. So I grew, I think, probably two years before I smoked.
You were living the farm life though, weren't you?
Yeah, well, I went from the farm life to the factory life and then back to the farm life now. Just a different kind of farm.
Who's counting down the days so that we can play outside?
You play outside now, just lots of layers.
Not play, plant.
Oh.
I'm playing outside tomorrow because it's going to be 60 degrees. And then we have, yes.
Damn, I wish it was going to be 60.
Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
I don't know these things anymore with these shows. Everybody talks about weird stuff.
I live in the south, like, oh yeah, it's nice, 60 degrees. So yeah.
If I don't have Rick's hand, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Okay. Now this is the same in both languages, okay?
Nice.
That works the same on.
That was one of the most factual things I've ever heard out of Rick's mouth.
Yeah, got it on here, and there. And there.
Well, I thought you were looking at screen at. You're not, you're looking at single.
I wish I had a dab. I do a dab.
Popping up for some reason. It goes to live and then who's ever talking will pop up.
Here comes the snow. Ziggy's garden. Where's Ziggy's garden? It says it's snowing. Is it snowing where anyone is?
It snowed a little bit today over here in Chicago.
Chicago.
It's 6 degrees right now and clear in Jackson, Michigan. 6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying that. I don't know if Michigan switched yet, but I've heard stories of.
Is all of Michigan in the same time zone? Do you know?
Yes.
It's all,
it really?
all Eastern and
it's all Eastern.
Up in the UP.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought you might
one
video
zone
break.
over.
So
Yeah,
Chicago
Central
is
zone in the Western UP.
Chicago Central.
Yeah, and Chicago obviously then is west of Michigan.
Yes. Yep. By just a little.
It's directly. Does it touch? Does
Yes. That state borders ours.
okay.
Here's Lake Michigan. They're at the bottom of the nutsack over here.
Yeah, they're the taint.
It's a good place to be sometime. Depending on which area you want to get to.
DP, I figured you'd fit right in on that one.
What?
Bottom
Where
of the
I did?
nutsack.
Wherever the taint's going. I like to fit in those areas. How are you feeling, Blue Kiss?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Oh shit, you just jumped out of that chair like you've been doing it for a month.
Actually, I could stand up straight. Oh.
Shit, don't you hurt yourself.
No, cracking has always happened. But what I wanted to show is I got a very nice package in the mail from DP with a lovely get well soon card. Love it. Thank you. And he's keeping an eye on me. So I got those, and thank you very much. And he also gave me a little something else too, but that's just between us.
He's never drawn me a picture.
I draw you pictures all the time. You just don't consider penises pictures, so whatever.
Well, you know, I've seen a lot of penises in my life, and all of them are different.
Well, I love you. I love what you do for the community. You're a breath of fresh air. You're amazing. And you lay down the law when you need to. So that's a great thing as well. I love you in the community. So thank you very much. When I heard you got hurt, it upset me because that's a difficult injury. You know what I mean? And,
yeah,
it really sure is. People out there to help. So
yeah, when I saw my leg flop over at the time of the injury and I couldn't move it back up, I knew it was bad juju.
Jeez, I need to get my license. That's for sure.
Need to get out of this fucking winter.
Need to get out of Chicago.
How did you break your hip again? Were you like bull riding?
Dragging.
Almost. I was returning a snowblower to my daughter's house, and she's got a cement driveway, and I got the snowblower all the way up to her garage, and I turned around to go back to my car, and about halfway there, and I did a Freddie Flintstone where my legs just went out. And usually when I do that shit, I fall on my ass. Not this time. It was smack on my hip, and it was bad. So then the lady, she's got a neighborhood watch lady across the street. And, are you okay? No. You need an ambulance? Yep. So there I was. Ooh. Yeah, it wasn't my best day.
Once you get healed up, I'd be taking that lady out to lunch or something.
Yeah. And the other lady that came out and secured my car that had a smelly pipe in it and the like. I asked her to go get my keys out of my car because I wanted to lock my car. And so she did. And we're all about the same age. And so she did. And she brought me my keys and she goes, there, you're all set. And I thanked her, you know, and I'm just freaking out. And all said and done. And I finally got home 5 days later, and I asked my brother, I said, well, did you bring my pipe and my lighter? And he goes, I didn't see no pipe. But no, there's a pipe out there, my white and clear pipe. And he's, no pipe out there. Well, somebody picked up my pipe.
Oh,
and shit. Then he came in a few days later, he goes, found your pipe, it was in one of your gloves. So she must have tucked it in my gloves so it wasn't sitting out in the open.
Damn, that's badass. Hell yeah.
It's a good neighbor.
Fuck yeah.
Hit it first.
And
have a hit taken out of it.
We got to hang out together because nobody else is taking care of us.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of widow women all around.
Well, you're lucky to have them. So that's cool.
It is. It's good to have community, which we've learned plentifully here, you know.
For sure. That's why I love the, our get-togethers and stuff. I love that shit.
Oh, me too. I look forward to it.
Especially Luzerne. There's just something about the camp out,
Yeah. Yeah, this year I'm going to be better prepared than last year.
And you did fine.
Have a fucking rainstorm.
Fucking superhero, if you ask me.
Well, I got kidnapped out. I wanted to stay, but my partner, she come from Oregon, and I didn't want to. Her. She wanted to steal me away, so I let her.
Yeah, it was still a good time.
Yep, it was. It really was. Met some interesting people.
For sure. It's those events and those get-togethers where you can really make awesome connections. That's what it's about. It's not even about. I mean, anymore, I might walk around one time and look at the booths, just in case I see somebody I missed. But I'm not there to buy anything.
Yeah,
know,
maybe
I'm
if
there
something
just for the people.
memorabilia.
Yeah. I usually buy shit, but I'm not specifically looking for anything.
No.
I'm just there to meet up with everybody and smoke with them.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Exactly.
That's why I go.
What is usually available to buy at these events?
Yes. Well, I got some Mac 1 from Painted Lady when I was there at Luzerne. Because I do have kind of a soft spot for the Mac 1.
I'll have to get you. That's my favorite too. I'll have to get you that cut if you want it.
Oh, for sure, I would take it.
It's a bitch to grow, but it's worth it, I think.
I'll make it work.
Yeah,
What
it's
makes
just
it so hard to grow?
It's extra work. It has really tight node spacing, so you have to do a lot of cleanup, and it's super slow growing in veg. So it
Which
takes
is
a real
fine,
long
because I
time.
like long veg anyway.
Okay, well, you
I
might
do.
really
I
like
do.
it.
Well, not hugely long, but I like, because of the way I grow and being outdoors, I give them from May until, well, August is when we flip. So they get themselves a good long time to get into the shape they want to be in.
Yeah, I've noticed they don't really like high intense light, so put them on the edges or the corners or in partial shade.
Oh,
if you're
that's cool. 'Cause
outside.
I do have a spot that gets shade in the morning. It doesn't hit until 11 or 12,
Perfect. This is a good outdoor plant as far as I mean, you still got to do a lot of work cleaning it up, but it's good as far as resistances and things.
Yeah, I'll have to try that in one of the chuggers. Do you think it would do good in a chugger or?
That's how I grow it all the time inside. So yeah, I think it would.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't grow it just like that, but I grow it that style. So I would say yeah. And I would actually recommend growing in a sub-irrigated situation, because that's another reason why it's a hard cultivar to grow is in pots. It's really difficult to judge how much water it wants. It seems to be pissed off most of the time until you get into flower. But
So you want it evenly moist, constantly evenly moist. With it.
that's what I found for me, is just put it in a sip container and let it drink itself to
Yeah,
figure its own
it'll
shit
stop
out.
when it's done, and as long as you don't make a rot condition, who cares?
Exactly. I love the smoke. It's great medicine. For me, I like to grow it a little bit long and so that it is extra narcotic, because it's already the smoke's already narcotic to me. So if I push it to a little, yeah, 9, I'll go sometimes even as much as 70 days.
Well,
But
if Michigan gives it to me, and if I work out my growth better this
well, outdoor,
year,
yeah, outdoor, who knows?
should
I would
do
just take
summer.
it. And what's nice is if it gets cold, she'll turn real purple on you too.
Oh, I
At
like
least,
me a purple plant.
at least the leaves, you know what I mean? Sometimes
Yeah.
it'll work into the bud too, but it won't like all turn purple. But it makes a beautiful outdoor plant, if you ask me.
Well, we'll give her a shot. Thank you.
Yeah, she's pretty. No problem.
Hey, since we're talking about plants and stuff on this show, autos, the future autos, the more I look into them, growing practices, mediums, techniques, all this stuff, right? Salts, whatever. The best results I'm seeing, whether it's salts, organic, or anything, is when they're using any type of like hydro setup, like a deep water culture setup or something like that, or a dual root zone setup or something. I'm seeing the best results time after time after time after time on these things. So I'm thinking about setting up just a little 5-gallon DWC. I've never ran it, get a little chiller or something like that, and give it a whirl, because on a consistent basis, I am seeing some pretty decent results out of these autos. So I've got 8 going right now. Well, 8.5. My cat got one. I'm seeing such a huge difference in the phenotypical expressions. Or I guess can't say that word anymore, but it's a lot of variations, which I'm understanding from autos and stuff like that. But
you need a chiller?
I would need one, yeah.
Yes.
Why?
Because
for just one plant, I don't know.
I don't know. My buddy ran a 1 plant, and he's in a similar setup as I am, apartment wise. He lives on the 7th floor. I'm on 6th floor, and his roots were shit. And it was like 71 degrees most of the time. And I could tell it spiked up higher than that at times. So, and he didn't run a chiller.
Chillers are expensive. Chillers are expensive, but I think they're needed.
2 years ago, the year I got ripped off. I hope that's you guys. I was running autos in 100-gallon and like a sea of green, but they didn't go like sea of green because of course I didn't nip at them because they tell you not to, but I would have 2 or 3 that were the same height and then one that was big. And they're side by side in a star pattern, I don't, nothing I did. So yeah,
No,
as far as
that's
consistency goes,
that's where you have to just, as time goes on too, they're all going to improve because everybody's going to be continually breeding down these lines.
yeah.
Autos are going to surpass photos as far as stabilized genetics goes eventually. Sometime soon, I think, actually.
Or they're much younger.
They can breed so much faster.
Yeah.
It's like
We've done photos a lot longer and gotten that honed in a lot better, autos
Yeah,
are
well-
coming to the scene really.
Yeah, I'm seeing autos at F11, F12 right now. Some people selling them. So, but
That's
a lot of,
great.
yeah. So I really believe that the autos are going to get more consistent. One of the but it's going to be breeder specific. So we're going to just have to find the breeders that run gear and find the breeders that that are consistently getting good results. Right now, I haven't gotten to hypotheticals gear yet, but he sent me some. I plan to go through those. Right now, I'm running some from 2020 Mendocino. Some of their first, I think it's F2s or F3s, and they're on like F5 now or F6. So if these are any good, I'm definitely going to be interested in running their gear. Noam Automatics, the Anvil, I hear really good things about at least.
I'm running both of those right now, a Grape Anvil Cross, and I'm running a couple of those 2020s. I got the Trike and
I think I might have the Trike is the one I'm running. I think that might be the one I'm running.
that's supposed to be
Something
a
like
heavy hitter, man. It's supposed to be a heavy yielder.
a Trizler, maybe it was. I don't. It's the one I had. It was some.
Yeah.
They had watermelon something, and I don't remember whatever. They're little baby seedlings.
I've got one of Heights Passion Gods going on in a 2-gallon pot right now. And I'm looking at it, and when you look at like bud to bud side by side with the Lemon Jeffrey, which is my monster plant right now, I'll bet you the big top cola is about the same size as one of the biggest buds I've got on my Lemon Jeffrey. Like it's it's basically hand grenades all over the fucking thing. And so you think, hey, that's in a 2-gallon pot. What would that be able to do if it had been given a little bit more root space to be able to play with? And I'm like, they're dense buds. It's an impressive plant, and it's the first time I've seen autoflowers actually.
Did you top that plant at all, or train it in any way, or did you just let it go?
No, I just let it go because Hype's advice was to transplant it from a cup to its final home at about day 10, and I didn't do it till like day 22 or something like that. But this thing was so slow in growth that it didn't make sense for me to do it at day 10, at least to my way of thinking.
I was doing the same thing, dude. That same thing. I was so worried about these autos I'm running. I think maybe it has something to do with the winter time. I don't know.
It maybe, and then so I kind of did it and asked them about hey, is this a good time? And it started taking off in this pot, and I'm just like, I'm like, wow, I've grown. I had one that was kind of semi-successful. It looked really good, but even Jack Hare auto, but once it was dried there was nothing there. Whereas when you feel those, that you're gonna lose so much of that, but that should still be pretty dense.
Nice.
I have 2 of Hype's weather waxes going in my tent right now. And it's my first successful grow of autos, so I'm excited about that. However, I'm working with Gandalf on trying to grow better indoors. So we had a debate on when to put the Hypes from the solo cup into a 2-gallon pot. And we probably should have done it about a week earlier than we did. But I really feel they would have gotten a little bit bigger. But they're looking really nice. They're about, 2.5 feet tall, and they're now starting to flower out a little bit. So I'm excited to, get my first run of autos successfully.
Autos really good.
I'm thinking for a new grower, I at first I thought, I keep it simple as possible, grow autos, But I'm thinking now maybe for a new grower, you're probably maybe better off to learn on photos before you go to autos. Yeah, that's really nice. That's chunking up there nicely, man.
Yep, spotlighted. Caribou.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to find the unmute button there. But yeah, this is Hype's hash and got right here.
Wow.
How far along is that one, you say? Like how much longer do you think it's got to go?
I'm thinking 2 to 3 weeks, maybe somewhere around there.
Oh,
I'm gonna
cool.
give it probably not quite a week before I start flushing it. And
So it's still got some swelling to do.
yeah, I think so. And like, man, we're like that is dense there. Like, and that's that's a good
Nice.
hand-sized nug. Like I said, that's a freaking hand grenade. And if I were to take this, walk that over to beside my lemon Jeffrey, you're gonna have about the same size nug on there. Just this smells like lime, and that one smells like lemon cleaner of sorts. So it's you got citrus, and I got some orange gasms around here too. So I think I've got every citrus covered just about there.
That's cool. That's usually nice sativa highs. Usually all of those.
Yeah. So like I would, I'm excited to do these again. I meant to grow some, or pop another one of his. I think we decided on a resin auto was what we decided on last Sunday's show. And then it's just not right to be popping seeds quite yet when I looked at the garden and what we're doing. So,
Those leaves. Just a little bit of shade.
but probably next weekend, hopefully I'll pop that resin auto, and then I would like to just keep one in kind of every have a new auto every about 3 weeks, and then get one in every state of growth in there like that.
I plan on doing outdoor this year, and planting them like 2 weeks apart outside. That way I can just stagger harvest them and then be all done by August or something, and just have all this cool staggered harvest all through like July and August to be done.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Another thing I'm starting to see with the idea like this is, let's face, when you got to deal with all your weed at once, it sucks because it's a big headache. So I'm trying to get that staggeredness. So if you can get it, so you're dealing with a plant or two every week kind of thing. That's a lot less labor.
Yeah, it's badass that you're able to do that outside when you never really could do it outside before, because we didn't have the access to autos. But now that we have autos, we can play games like that and treat it like an indoor perpetual almost.
Yeah, I would think it would be a lot of fun just trying and seeing what you can do with that, and just I like to see your butt chug system that you had going on last summer, Blue Kiss, to see some autos and what they could do in there.
I've got some what they call super autos that I was going to run last year, but I didn't. Definitely, I'm running some in the bottom wicking, chugging, boofing. But I'm adding 3 more this year. I had 4 last year, so I'll have 7 this year, and those will have autos in them. And those are 100-day autos.
Super, you say?
Super?
Hooper?
Super?
Super autos?
Super autos.
What makes them super?
I guess the yield and the they go 100+ days, and which tends to make them bigger and nicer. We'll see. I haven't run them yet. Becca, my friend out in Oregon, run one. She said it was okay, but she really didn't put much into it. She said she kept forgetting about it, but we'll see. All I've got is buckets of dirt. We'll see what grows in them.
Ribbit.
Rip it?
Ribbit.
Know what time it is?
I could do that. Man.
Sweet
That
Johnny's
fucking-
jumping chat there.
That fucking video with all the dab frogs is the shit.
Like with all the wooden ones?
Yeah, man, the big fucking from big to little.
Yeah, I
Is that
had
an
always
orchestra?
tagged me in one of those within the last couple weeks. I was like, fuck, we've got to up our game now.
Yep. If anyone wants to buy me the collection, go ahead. Find somewhere in between all of those that were on the thing.
We need to set up a GoFundMe to get Bees the Dab Frog wood frogs there. Play those instrument. I'm kind of nervous. I see Uncle Rick with a box that's almost as big as he is, and it's not Prophet's mom's for a change.
Oh,
Terrible.
that's a good one.
Auto pot.
Oh, he's got his auto
Gotta
pot.
be cleaning that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got the tray, the nine site tray from them. I enjoyed using it. It's just in a plant count state, it doesn't make sense for me to grow 9 plants in a 4x4 when I can grow 4.
Yeah, yeah. So this is the what is it?
You got the
Are
bucket
those,
system. Oh, you got the bucket system. You got the single bucket system. Nice.
I thought those were fish
Yeah.
tanks.
I believe that these can be adapted to a if I decide to use it. I'm having trouble taking this apart.
The trays.
To a what do you call it? Fabric pot. I think you can. I guess this
Yes.
tray here, you can stick a fabric pot right on top
Yes.
of this.
Except for the. Yeah, you're right. The fabric pots for some reason are circles and not squares, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Which,
Now
so I don't know how that. would
I
fit on there.
ordered the air the air
The air-
bubble.
Yeah, I'm not a big
But-
fan of that. I haven't tried it, but I just don't like the idea of it scientifically.
Oh, tell me why.
I don't like the idea of it blowing 80-degree air through my root zone. I don't like it heating up to the root zone. I'm not a fan of that because it's going to be running. You have to hook it to it's not passive. You're hooking it to a pump. So it's going to be heated air coming through, and then you're in a grow room. So it's already probably at least 80 degrees. I don't like to be pumping that into my roots. Your root zone is usually cooler than the air temperature by a few
Yeah.
degrees.
Okay, good tip. Oh, there we go.
I just saw.
But those discs that they have in there, make sure you use those. The little fabric discs. That one side's like a copper color and the other side's black. It's very important. It's important you put them the right way, but they actually will prevent the roots from growing into your water res.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I think this is a 4-gallon. Yeah, it's a 4-gallon. So I'm going to be setting four of these up.
I would put a short, maybe you determine however much as you want, but I would put some hydroton or some kind of something to elevate your soil or cocoa above the bottom. Because I feel when I grew in them, at least if you're in soil, when I grew in them like that, they were so waterlogged all the time. And so the next run that I did, and they suffered. And so the next run I think it was about 1 inch of the bottom with those clay pebbles just to elevate the soil block up a little bit. And they still will wick the water up to the soil. And they did way better after that. So
right on.
Now in cocoa, you might do better out. You might be better off just putting straight cocoa. I'm not sure. I haven't done cocoa in them.
Again, I'm thinking about maybe going to I forget who I was talking with, Cuz from Grow for Show, and he was suggesting that if I'm using a SIP system, I may be better off to have some type of organic rather than cocoa, because he was suggesting that there's a big salt buildup. How do I put? Maybe another way to put it is, it's harder to flush at the end because if you're flushing, you're going to be pushing all that salt right back into the root zone.
Yes, that's the downside. So you would not flush in that situation, because as soon as you started to flush, you're going to burn the piss out of your plant right at the end of harvest.
Yeah. So either use cocoa and don't flush, or use organic and don't flush. Yeah.
Well, you're using organic, you're flushing the whole time.
Yeah.
I was hoping DP would come back.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. Somebody, you might want to hit up DWC Grow Dude, because in chat he said if you insulate your buckets, you don't need a chiller if you're not running a pump. Trust me. He said his temp is 80, and that the silver insulation you get at Home Depot does the job. Keeps his water around
That's what I'm saying.
65
I
to
don't think
68.
you need a chiller for it.
This one? All right. Those things are expensive, so hell yeah, if I don't need it, I'll give it a whirl without one. But before I forget, my buddy just showed up, Spartan. He just got the property agreement down, the land and everything. They're getting the licensing done. He's opening up a grow facility out there. They're also getting the license to open up a dispensary. He's a good cat, man. You go check him out over here. His IG handle's so hard for me to fucking explain it. I'll try to type it out in chat for you, but it's the
high 40. It's
yeah. I'm gonna type.
Yeah, that's hard to say.
Yeah,
I thought it said high, but it's Hig 42.
The Hig
But he just brought some of the slurricane that he just took down. This is second batch I've gotten from him. It's a cut that I'm running. It's phenomenal. Super stoked. So he's super dope cat, and I'm glad because it's gonna have some good, some good energy out there.
Did you see where is he, like Detroit area, or what area he's going to be out of?
Hey, what area is it? What area is in Michigan? Marshall. Oh shit.
Oh, Marshall. South. Okay.
Yeah. But he said it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. Sounds good to me.
It's just south, I believe. Marshall, or maybe that's Monroe, I'm thinking.
Yeah, but he's got a real dope ass business partner as well, and they're really trying to do it the right way and getting out there and putting out some good clean medicine for everybody. So
Sweet.
He's real big with, I don't know if you follow Rizo Rich on IG, but he's a fellow organic. He's here in
Illinois. Yeah, I know of him.
He kills it, man. You should really. It's wild. I'm waiting for his next seed drop. Are you? Yeah. Can I touch his butt? I'm just kidding, guys. I touch the balls. So now on the other, I'm doing this one for Kazoo. Sending this over to Kazoo. Fuck the MCMA. And so on the back, I'm just gonna do it in some nice out cursive and shit like that, make it look all pretty, but it'll still just be like, fuck the MCMA. But in a nice and polite way.
And only over there.
See?
I'll adapt to that. Hate that when you feel a cough coming on, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm muted or not, and I can't see the rules to be able to mute me if I am. So I just try to like prepare that half a breath so you're not like just hacking into the microphone. So
I grabbed my sweater.
that's good thinking. That's good thinking. That's like reminds me of back when I was in high school. You used to like blow your joints into a sweater sometimes, hoping that would suck up all smell. What the fuck is this? Oh, the dab frogs. I thought that was
the set.
So there's 5 of them?
It's a complete set, man. And believe it or not, fucking like
Trade them with your friends.
I can't hear anything he's saying. Can you guys hear him?
$11.50. It's $11.52 for the fucking thing. For
Those look all tiny.
For all,
We're gonna have to set up a
all
Is that
GoFundMe
per
for
frog?
some
It's got to be per frog.
No, the whole set. Plus, I did that shit. I'll have to check it again.
What
Or if
size
somebody
is
wants to
it?
send me a real frog, that would
It's
also
really
be cool.
it's really just an NFT of that picture. That's all you get.
Oh, actually.
Oh, man.
Right. So 10 centimeters, 13 centimeters, 15 centimeters. But you get the picture color.
Prophet, why are you so hard to hear?
I don't know.
So weird.
They must
Sounds
be
like
too
you're
far away
underwater.
from
It sounds like your mic is covered
No.
over something, or your mic is leaned up
Maybe it's
against
got
something. I don't know.
some dunk in the mic.
You're underwater.
I
Yeah.
could actually have dabs in the mic. Who the fuck
Oh,
knows?
look at there.
Dabs, right. I got dab stocks too, huh?
Oh, you do. Wait
So
for
anyways,
my.
you can restart the whole bit from the beginning again, Prophet, now that we can hear you, because we wanted to hear all this really cool stuff about dab frogs and this picture, and it was like you were gonna play a one-man band with like 5 dab frogs, and then nothing because we couldn't hear shit.
Oh man, bees were talking about getting the dab frogs, and I was like kind of looking it up to see how many there were, how much they cost, and they're really not that bad.
Each
We
one
might
is
be
a
able to go
different
fund me
price.
this shit.
Profit. Each one is a different price.
I saw
Each-
that. There's
Yeah,
3 of them.
but hey, I'll be willing to help. I'll buy 1, 2. I'll split the cost. Something.
1, 2, skip a few.
Taking up a collection here. Get bees the dab frogs, folks.
Yeah, really.
What's the website for that, Prophet? I'll even look it up right now.
Unfortunately, it's on Etsy, but there's many. That was just the first cool set I saw. I mean, look, there's a
What
shit.
do I
ton of
look
them.
up? Do
I'm sure there's a lot.
wooden frog music?
It's a frog instrument.
Yeah, you don't type in dab frog. I don't think.
Yeah, I did the first time, and then I had to delete. I had to delete it.
So my adjustment worked.
I typed in
Me and
dab
Mike
frog
were just
instrument.
talking about that.
Oh yeah,
What do we-
fucking right.
what do we
Okay, I
search?
see what I'm doing here now.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of them.
Well, I knew I
I
was.
believe we have hit the gold mine.
Drop it down a
Shit
little
out. There's like
Ooh.
of 'em. Fuck. Okay, so bees needs every single one of these because I'm sure each of them is individually amazing on their own. Wow.
It's true. Each one,
Yellow and
is
blue
not going to
ones,
be the
man.
same as the
Oh.
other one.
That red one was awesome.
Yeah, the yellow and the red and the blue are all fucking
Yeah.
badass.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like look at the
Yeah.
detail on the back there here. That's cool.
Then
Oh, the orange
put
one's
hits
cool.
of acid on it and lick it.
That one
He
almost
likes
has
doing
spots
acid.
like a
That's a
leopard.
good idea. That is a cool
Right.
idea.
Yeah.
You just put them on there and then
Put
forget
one
about
on one blue spot and play like a game where you have to lick the dots and then
Guy here's badass.
it. Just put like tabs on some sides and just put drops of LSD on the other side and just don't and then forget about it. And then come
Oh,
back a
just
month
don't.
later.
Look at that bottom one, dude.
Ooh, yeah, the one right in
Oh
the middle.
shit, that black one, that one multicolored
Yeah,
black
that
one
one.
is
There
sweet.
you
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
right there.
Guy here, all polished
That's
up.
cool.
We're nerds.
Look at that emerald one over there. It's got like an emerald color.
Yeah, the emerald one is badass.
That's more about my caliber right here.
What the fuck is that?
I could probably play that.
I like the natural wood one too.
Is that a toilet?
What? I'm gonna buy him the
Are those toilet?
Oh, a purple one.
Oh, we got
20 bucks.
New.
Oh, tie dye. That's better.
How much is it going to cost for every single one of these?
$1 million.
We're going to need more
Right.
Patreon.
Well,
That's
Oh, the
not a
whistle.
frog. That's a skin
Oh, I like
flute.
that teal blue one.
Dab
You can get a whole
skin.
family.
Well, if you go on Alibaba, you probably get it for $10 for all of them.
And then wait to get them.
Ooh.
Get slivers and shit.
That's
It'll
a cool
take 6 years to come here, but it'll get here
It'll be
eventually.
real frogs with like a wooden stick.
It totally gives us something to aspire
okay.
to as a show and as a community. We could have a dab frog for every day of the month. It's going to be amazing.
Nice.
Dab frog.
You know what would be even better?
That would be
instead
sweet.
of buying me a dab frog, everyone just bought themselves one.
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
Oh,
Not everyone else.
And then just keep it for yourself. And then you can have a dab fucking anytime you want.
Ooh, no,
Look
it wouldn't
at
be special
that.
if everybody had a dab frog. Only you can have one.
Oh,
Think about how awesome it would be if we could
Yeah,
all
no,
have a dab frog
all the
together.
boofing frogs are yours, bro.
That'd be
I see
sweet.
where you're going with this, Sam, and I just think it's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
Don't
only
dab frogs.
it's kind of like
I agree with
Thor's. It's
Caribou.
kind of like Thor's hammer. Only Beelzebub can fucking stroke the frog.
Everybody
Yes.
buy a different color.
No, what we ought to do is get the wooden ones and then send them to DP and have him do the artwork on them, and then send them to bees. And have one of a kind dab frog.
That's a good idea.
Wouldn't actually that be a really cool fucking giveaway? Actually, get
That'd be
one of those
awesome.
and have DP do it up, and then give
Yeah,
that
that
away
would
on
be
the
bitches.
show.
Give it away.
Customized dab frogs.
Hell yeah.
You like that, DP? Would you be down for that, brother?
I came over here flicking everybody out because I thought you were talking shit. But
We were.
We were.
We were. Yeah, we're just volunteering you for stuff.
you know I love dab frog. I'll put something like this.
We were gonna kidnap one of Sam's dab frogs after the people send them millions, and they get you to paint it, and we give it away as a giveaway. And then
Yes.
Sam and just this one lucky other human being on the face of the planet can have a dab frog.
I love this.
One.
Make sure you put that dick in there.
Hey, my buddy has a question for Spartan real quick
I
before
always
you.
do that on Friday. Sorry, you guys.
Yo, how long did it take to get through the approval process in Michigan?
Approval process from what? From day one? You haven't.
Yeah, like for the whole thing.
Man, I don't, it all. There's so many factors to answer that question. It's like, man, it depends on where. I mean, the municipality, how good you are with them, because you got to get in with them first, then through the state, and then.
People that we bought the land from, they wrote the municipality laws for that area. It's zoned for every single type of license.
Sweet. So you still got to go through their, like, you got to go through the process twice. You got to go through like the whole process with the state, but you also have to get the municipality, and both of them have their own fees that are reoccurring. So every year you're going to be having to pay these.
Yeah,
But,
the dude's my partner is rich as fuck.
so yeah, so if money's not an object, it's probably going to move way faster for you. My biggest thing is like, I always just recommend people get a lawyer that specializes in it. Yeah. Okay. If you already got a guy that's doing that, then he should be able to tell you way better than me, because he's going to have the actual details. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like he's fucking going too slow.
Well, there's other lawyers you can call, man, and you can just call them and just ask their opinion, and that's free. Barton Morris is probably the top guy out of the cannabis legal group in Detroit. There's cannabis legal counsel, Matthew Abel's another one. I don't know, but I think
Those to dude, just the names of the lawyers.
say what?
Would you be able to send me the names of the lawyers, or send them to Steve?
Yeah, Barton Morris is probably the one I would be my top pick. Just
All right, for sure.
he's got a whole firm dedicated to this. It's called the Cannabis Legal Group out of Detroit.
Perfect, for sure. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Hey, I asked him if he had heard of the place you work at, man. He had nothing but good words to say about it.
Shit stank.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
You don't hear that too often about shit out there in Michigan, like the big corporate ones and stuff. You know? So,
Hey, man, we don't worry about what they're doing. We just do our thing.
yeah, good shit. And then I told him people were working over there, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I was gonna bring like 12 people with me for the Class C license. I figured that'd be more than enough.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll be up in Michigan soon, boys.
Yeah, definitely adult use is where it's at. I mean, medical's definitely dying.
Pounds.
Yeah, unless you're in Detroit. I mean, they're right now, the way they're having local bullshit going down where they're not allowing any adult use in Detroit. And I think it's Traverse City. There's one other big, I can't think of where it's at. But you know, that's not going to last forever. They're just like final holdouts. And then when they drop and they allow rec and adult use in, that's going to be, everybody's going to go, you know, medical's going to go bye-bye. The only way medical's going to survive is through the caregivers at that point.
Yeah, that's what I figured. How much are dispensaries paying for your pounds, or pounds in general?
Right, dude. It all depends on the deal. You have a lot of people will collab and either hook up with a processor and do some big collab. Like there's so many different marketing things.
Yeah,
but
we're gonna apply for processing in the dispensary license too after we get the.
So you're gonna be nice. You're gonna be vertically integrated. That's the best way to go because then you're not eating that. Like for us, when we send something to process, we're losing money.
Yeah, for sure.
We get about honestly, our pounds are almost cut in half if we were to send flour to be processed into concentrates.
For sure.
So we make almost double if we can send flour. But the flour we send, we don't send shit either. We all our smalls we still send to process. So it's only the tops and the middles that are even going to see the market anyway.
For sure.
For us anyway. Everybody does it different ways, but I mean the way we're positioned ourselves is not quantity, it's just quality. So we're a smaller producer. We still are class C, but I mean there's multi fucking licensed operators out there. So
yeah, we're gonna try to get an excess growers license eventually. This is the plan.
So you have to stack 3 C licenses and then get that excess on top.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, well, it was the one, but we're going for the high end market. So we're probably getting more than what the average person's getting per pound. So
I mean, I'm trying to make the quality as good as possible. I'm about the quality too. I'm not fuck around at all with that.
Right now, this shit is dank too. Ooh,
well, we've also been in the market for 2 years. And so for the first 2 years, we made I'm really getting dangerous territory on what I'm allowed to say. We were good to our dispensaries that worked with us when we first started, as far as we didn't price gouge. And now that the price of pounds is going down for everybody, ours has stayed the same because of that. So
for sure,
if you're good to your people, they're good to you usually too. I mean, I can't discuss exact numbers. They won't let me say that. But
I got connected with one of the companies that handle all the transactions. It looked like it was mostly like 3,000.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I was going in thinking it was 2,000, so I way undersold it.
Well, it was. It has seen that, and usually the way the market goes, and it's probably I don't know. I don't want to all over the country, but in Michigan, the market is usually right about. Give me about 2-3 more months, and the price is going to come up a little bit. Once we start getting into late summer, that's probably about the highest it's going to be, and then it's going to plummet as soon as fall comes and all the outdoor harvest comes down, and then it bottoms out in about wintertime, and then it's just a cycle.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
I was going to say, even here in Oklahoma, every, October, I see a price drop at the dispensaries. It kind of stays steady after the harvest. And then once the harvest comes, grows and everything kind of drops.
Well, see, that's what's crazy. So like here in Illinois, prices are even. It's like a set price, basically. Yeah, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it's some booth flour for whatever, you know what I mean? But they'll change that. They'll put it down into like the kitchen shake or whatever, you know what I mean? But you're still charging like fucking $90 for a quarter. It's pretty wild. But yeah, we have set prices, especially for flour and everything like that. Especially from the companies. So there's no,
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge market. I mean, the vast majority of the market in Michigan is from people not even in Michigan. And that's going to be, and then of them they're in there, there's probably a good 50% or more, actually more from what I've been hearing, are after just the cheapest thing that's on the shelf. And unfortunately, when you're looking for that, then it's the companies that are all about quantity and not quality that are going to be making a whole lot of sales. But as long as you make a good quality product, you can still, I mean, you don't have to move fucking hundreds of pounds. You can move fucking half what your competition is moving, but at twice their price. So it just depends on how you want to attack it. We just knew that we didn't have the capital. We didn't have the means to ever compete long term. Like when federal legalization comes, even the biggest guys in Michigan right now, Loom, actually they're the biggest in the country, single state operator, but they're here in Michigan. They'll be the small fish in the pond because it'll be like Budweiser. It'll be like, all the real big players getting in the game. So we know we see that now, and we're like, yeah, we ain't playing that game. So we're trying to survive as like a small craft, bro.
Hopefully that niche will stay there though when everything does happen, and you guys just stuck to your formula, stay true, didn't try to bend with any trends or whatnot. And
Yeah.
just your smaller niche market with higher end stuff, because Budweiser's crap. I don't know. I was never a fan of it personally, right? Like,
Well, but I don't care that people drink it though. You know what I mean? So I'm the same way with the,
Yeah.
but I'm not a big fan of big giant corporate weed, but you know what? It's still getting access to people that maybe might not have access to it. So even though it's not as medicinal as the weed that I feel like I grow, this is my opinion, but it's still access to something. So
yeah,
I mean,
well, I went to the dispensary before the show earlier today, and as we were pulling into the parking lot, there's an older couple, and both these people are legally blind, is my understanding. There's the one of them has a little bit of vision. I don't know them personally. My girlfriend, she's been in the community longer, and she works in a store. She gets to know these people. I just kind of thought about that. Like, yeah, that's like if that you're shopping there for some sort of relief, whatever it is, and it's just there's a lot of people that disabilities and whatnot that just they don't have access to that because it's illegal, and you never really wanted to go down that road. And you see a lot of that with older people in my area. These are oftentimes that the people that you'll kind of hear them talking to the bud tender lady working behind the counter, asking the questions, and you can just tell that they're inexperienced. And these are the people that their whole lives, you're looking at people retirement age oftentimes. So their whole lives, they grew up with it's the reefer madness propaganda type bullshit. And they're starting to see it. It's just like, to me, that's really cool. Really,
I
really cool.
agree with you. And the thing that I just wish there wasn't so many politics involved, because I love my memories of being a caregiver in the medical market and just sitting like I always call it the initial sit down when we're not going to smoke weed. I'm going to come over there. I'm just going to talk to you. I'm going to give you my spiel about the medicinal side and my suggestion. And then I'm going to say, do you have any questions? And it's usually another hour before I'm out of there. But that's right there. That hour is my favorite, because I know that feeling to have always believed that it was a drug from everything you've been taught in school. And then, now you're seeing, something different. And so you just want to ask questions, but you don't know who to fucking ask and who to trust to ask. And just to have that person is powerful for them. It's healing to that part, for them. It just brings that stress away. They're already dealing with an issue, but to take that stress away is just fucking huge get-go. And then when I tell them, hey, this is my Instagram, you can fucking DM me anytime you want, because I silence my phone when I don't want to be, then that's just like, that's all they need. And then it's usually not hard to convince them to try and then get them going and get them some relief.
Think a huge part of it for the people outside the community is the willingness and the ability for a lot of us to just we were so passionate about sharing this medicine with people, so that when you get one of these, maybe an older person, maybe they're not, just a new person to cannabis, and you can sit there and explain to them, and they say, well, I've been told this, and you say, well, here's the actual, and all that, and it's just cool. I'm kind of losing what I was getting at there, so I'll just kind of shut up. I think I kind of got it though.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah. And for them to be able to look at you, you know what I mean? Or look at me or whoever they're talking to, I'm like, no, this is somebody who's been there, done that. He's standing before me. He's fine. He's not fucking crazy. That just makes them relieved.
It helps break down that stupid stoner barrier type or stereotype type stuff, right? It's just like when you're sitting there spewing actual knowledge, and it doesn't sound like your typical like Beavis and Butthead, dazed and confused type humor.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly.
Right. It's like, wow, this guy's actually really smart, or at least seems to know what he's talking about, right? Like,
Yeah.
you don't really know if you do until you try the medicine and see how it works for you. But so like, yeah, let's give it a go, and then you really alleviate anxieties and stuff like that.
That's what I really think is the missing experience. Oh, sorry, the missing experience at a dispensary. It's like that's why I love the style when when Goddess talks about her dispensary. They actually pass out pamphlets and stuff about, has dispelling all the myths and gives actual information. In Michigan, it's actually, they're not allowed to say that it's healing. They're not allowed to say that it's even a dispensary. They can only call them provisioning centers because dispensary sounded too much like it was medicine. So, it's almost like an opposite approach here. And it's sad. I wish it was more like what she's got going on.
But yeah, but it's the same in Canada. They're not allowed to talk about, no bud tenders are allowed to talk about the healing properties of cannabis in all the rec stores. Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
It's like-
once again, you get people coming to folks like yourself that are willing and able, and they have the knowledge and stuff like that, because the government is not willing to provide people with answers to the questions they have. That's
So Spartan, I'm curious why you said that the medical side in Michigan, the medical side is dead.
Okay, so it's a little confusing here in Michigan because there's so many different layers to this. So in 2008, they legalized,
medical.
what do they call it? We'll call it the Caregiver Act, as I'll call it. But it was the Michigan Medical, it's MMFLA. But and that's what set up the system of caregivers taking care of patients getting recommendations from doctors. So the doctor says, yes, this patient has a need. Are you leaving, Prophet? Or are you waving? Oh, you're just waving. So then, but there was no place for a patient to there was no stores or dispensaries or provisioning centers whatsoever. All there were caregiver patient models. So then later, in 2015, I believe it was, way later, they came up with the Facilities Act. And with the Facilities Act had medical dispensary, where you would have a commercial grow supplying a medical dispensary, which they call provisioning centers here. So then a patient could either have a caregiver or could go to a medical dispensary to get their cannabis. And then I think a year or two later came in adult use. So that was another place, another dispensary or provisioning center that you could go get cannabis, but all you would need was a license at that point. You wouldn't need a doctor's recommendation. So there's a commercial medical, and that's what I was talking about, not the caregiver patient model from 2008 that's still in existence. What I'm talking about here is the commercial medical market.
Okay.
There's not a lot of facilities are continuing to keep up their medical grows because they'll just have an adult use grow instead. You can have both, but the problem is every year you've got to pay a registration fee to your locality, which would be the local government, like a city or wherever you're at. And then you got to pay that another bigger, larger fee to the state for the license to grow that cannabis. So you're paying twice the taxes to hold both. When one market's tiny, there's very few people because most of the medical patients are getting their weed from caregivers, not going to the fucking dispensary. And they only go to the dispensary when their caregiver's out. So and then most jurisdictions in the state have allowed, some of the adult use facilities. So you have a big market with a lot of demand in the adult use, and you have a small market where there's only a few medical places that are even being used, we'll say. So not only does it not make sense to pay twice the taxes, it doesn't make a lot of sense when there's not a huge demand on the medical side to continue to pay twice the taxes.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. I guess, yeah. Okay. You were talking more commercial. I was thinking that possibly the only way to normalization is going to be through the medical, once people learn and understand the value of the medicinal values of cannabis, that it'll become more normalized and less stigmatized. And so I was thinking that being the case, I'm losing my thought. The bottom
Oh,
line.
you were worried that we wouldn't get a normalization because the medical system was dead. But yeah, our medical system won't be dead. It's just the commercial medical side, which I don't care if that dies. I'm fine with it being dead.
Yeah. Now, so right now in Michigan, you are allowed to grow 12 plants per person. More specifically, say if there's 2 people in one house, even recreationally,
No.
can you grow 24 or no?
12 per house.
Oh, okay. But can you, as an individual, get a license to grow your own medicine, like a
Yes.
medical license?
Yes.
And that would depend on the doctor as to what your plant count would be, or
No, they can, if you get, it's either you get it or you don't get it. If you get it, you get 12 plants for yourself. So if you'd be if you were granted a medical card, you could grow 12 medical plants for yourself, and you could grow 12 recreational plants for yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
They have to be in different rooms and separated because they're fucking retarded like that.
Oh my God.
That's easy to fix though. You can have a veg room and a fucking flower room. So 12 in veg, 12 in flower, or however you want to mix it up.
Yeah, but would you mind explaining the logic behind that rule? It's similar
the logic behind that rule is the people who made that rule don't know how to grow cannabis.
Shit. and the other part about, and it's not just in Michigan. I've heard from other states as well, where in California, where you have to keep track of every leaf that you defoliate and weigh them and what have you.
You have to do that in Michigan as well.
Yeah. I knew it was Michigan, but I'd heard another grower.
It's metric. So any of the states that are requiring the use of the metric tracking system requires that. So it's going to be more than even those states. I think metric's really common in a lot of the legal states.
Yeah.
It's a gigantic waste of time, resources, and generates a colossal amount of trash.
Oh, yeah.
You got to use. You can't reuse. They're made out of plastic, but you're not allowed to reuse tags. So you're using plastic tags on every single plant grown in the state. Every plant.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was. I want to say. I think he's pretty well known. Is it Kevin Jodry? I want to say
yes. Kevin Jodry.
He grows those big outdoor monster plants, but he was saying, yeah. So he said that the area that he's growing in has got a beautiful breeze that comes through that area. Oh yeah, why don't I knock my bong over here? And he said, so if a leaf, falls and then it gets blown away, then they don't have to count that one. But everything else, they have to count it and weigh it. And oh my God.
I'm sorry to hear that you got to go, Caribou. That sucks. It was great hanging with you, though.
Thank you. It could have announced that myself, but I was just.
You did say you were leaving, right?
Yeah, I am, but I wasn't really in a hurry. I'm a big boy.
Oh, I thought you had to go. Sorry, I'll leave it alone next time. I won't say a word.
But you gotta go now,
Yeah,
Caribou.
anyways, I've got parenting duty calls me. I was just waiting for a break in the conversation, and I don't like to jump in and interrupt as well. But Spartan, thank you very much for hanging out as always. Crazy Pop Mom, thank you for being so thoughtful. Mrs. G Bay, thank you for being directly the one for hooking up the Ross to Jeff episode whenever that happens coming up in the near future. And Lucas,
Yeah, no
glad
problem.
to hear you're seem to be making a speedier recovery than expected. That's always such a good thing.
Man, that's great.
Oh.
Thank you.
Her magic's strong.
Great
Yeah,
to
we're
see
thinking about you.
everybody in chat. Love you. And yeah, I just time for me to bounce. Oh yeah, I'll say this again for anyone that wasn't there up near the beginning of the show. Colton Bridge, he went and secured us licensing rights for instrumental version of the YMCA. Shit, doesn't that sound a lot like the MCMA? So I need help. It's a 4 minute and 20-second song is what this is going to end up being. And I need a shit ton of video footage of everybody. If you support our friends and family in Michigan and the caregivers' rights, I need you to help us out with some motherfuck the MCMA. Motherfuck the MCMA. Hey, get us some footage, man. Get us some people singing that, because like the chorus isn't one person singing it in the real song, right? It's a bunch of people singing it together. Let's have fun with it. It's gonna be a really good time. I've already started writing a few lyrics, throwing those together, and let's just have fun with these clowns. Is what I say.
You're
Michigan's
going to
been
be
really
dressing up in our version of Village People.
yeah, get as elaborate as you want. If you're willing to, we'll use it. Absolutely, I'll find a way to put it in there. I promise you. I really want to have fun with this. As I was saying, like Michigan has been really cool to us as a show pretty much since the beginning. Spartan, you and everyone from your crew at the Michigan Bros Grow Show right away, it was really cool to us, and like we appreciate it. So if we can help shed some light on this and help in the battle and to have a bunch of laughs doing it, I think that's the biggest thing. Let's have some laughs. And,
Oh man, we're closer to you guys than we are most of the other states in the country anyway. We're pretty much Canada as it is. At least the UP. The UP is definitely Canada.
Yeah. So, yeah, with that, I guess I'll stop talking. I'll let you guys get back to what you're doing. And we'll see you all Sunday morning. We got I forgot her name for half second. Paula's gonna come. She's gonna cook us some breakfast. And we're gonna hopefully Colton's gonna come and be able to join us and talk some photography. I haven't even actually talked to him about it. I've been talking about it on the show, hoping I can rope him into it, is basically what So Colton, don't feel pressured. Tell me if you feel free to, we can do it another time. Yeah, buddy, no pressure. But we do want to hear what you have to say. I love you all. Have a great night.
Have a good night, Caribou. Thanks for having me on the show too, man. I appreciate that.
Always welcome, brother. Always.
Later, Caribou.
He's gone.
Thank God.
Oh no. Prophet's in charge?
Oh yeah.
God.
I didn't see the baton pass. I'm not sure who's in charge.
I think we're gonna have a change in mood.
Nah, I'll keep it mellow, guys.
We'll see. We'll see.
Maybe I'm not in charge. Maybe Rick, you're in charge.
Don't put that on me.
No, you're not in charge.
I like all the fuck MCMA I'm seeing in chat.
I muted you, Rick. I muted you.
Oh, damn.
You can unmute yourself anytime you want, man.
There we go. Okay.
There
Are
you
we
go.
back?
Yeah. I got the power.
He's just letting you feel the little bit of how much power he has over you now, Rick.
If Fluffy was here, I'd be bashing him right now. But Spartan's quick with that mute button, man. So like I can't hammer him at all.
I've been on a show or two. I'm pretty good with it.
Yeah.
He's got some experience.
I think it's automatic. Like he's got his computer set, so if he's not making noise, it just goes to mute.
I actually have two of them. I have I could mute with Zoom, and there's a button too.
Shit. That's close. That's close. Shit. So what's up, guys? I mean, Spartan dropped a lot of knowledge. He kind of blew my mind, which always is pretty easy to do, but I think you got a few other people's attention. We got some interesting this video we got to put together.
If he blew your mind, it must have been a very small explosion.
Yeah, that's how I was born. Hey, a lot. They say a lot came from nothing. You know, they call it the Big Bang. So you know.
Hey, fuck the MCMA.
I have to agree.
So savage.
Make sure nobody like accidentally gets confused and just like forgets a letter and it says "fuck the MMA" or some shit. They get all beat up by a bunch of fucking people.
You know, you can make some great memes with little outtakes of Rick doing stuff like that. Oh, that would be a boss. Isn't he in chat?
Oh, jeez.
The boss is in chat. I see him. Boss, there you go, man. Screen grab that shit.
Put Rick in a Johnny Cash position.
Rick, think of it this way: what did buds do to your face on a T-shirt?
That?
Oh, no, it wasn't a T-shirt. It was the image, the brain fart.
Oh yeah. That's
Come on, man.
That's me.
You can turn you into a brain fart. You can become anything.
I gotta stay high to abolished. Oh, I just did.
Abolished.
Abolished.
I can't type right now. It's just too hard on my phone for me. Hi, everybody in chat.
Yeah, what's up, Chris Mertz? He's flooding the chat with "fuck the MC man." He's chanting it. Or maybe he's singing.
Easy, guys. We don't want to get you all riled up. See what happens, Spartan? You start rousing up an army.
Oh, hey, it wasn't me. It was the MCMA, man.
I imagine you'll have about 300 people behind you.
Hey, I'm happy to have one. So if there's 300, that's even better.
There you go.
Yeah, it's nice having the rally from the north.
Where do things stand with the politicians? Like, do you know that
They're back from the winter break, but now we're approaching, what do they call it? Where they come up for re-election. There's a word, I don't know what it's called, but they're going to come up for re-election after this. So this is a re-election year.
The
so
primary.
So now it's like you got to look to see which ones are termed out, which means they can't run again. So now that would be in their lame ducks. Basically, they can be influenced. They can trade favors because they don't give a fuck because they're leaving anyway. Those are the dangerous ones. And then you got to see which ones are I like to call them the freshmen. So the ones that are coming in, or the ones that just came in and they can still serve another term and trying to get reelected. Those are the ones you can talk to and reason with because they're trying to get reelected.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Now these are the senators, the provincial, state senators.
Right now, we have two houses. You know, we have a House and a Senate in Michigan, and lawmakers. And right now, the Senate has said that they're not going to take up the issue. They're waiting to see what the House is going to do instead. Yeah. They could take up the issue and write up their own bill, but they haven't yet. So right now it's just the representatives in the House.
Yeah.
I mean, if I see a senator or whatever, or I talk to one and I happen to see that it's a Senate, I'm still fine talking to them with it and open up the dialogue, because if it passes the House, it'll go to the Senate and I'll be talking to them then anyway. So I might as well lay the groundwork if I have a chance to get into one's ear.
Is it both the House and the Senate that are just a two-term, or is it just the Senate?
In our state, I think let me think, our governors get term limits, The Senate has got term limits. I'm not sure about I think the House has term limits too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they do though.
Granddaddy flag, he gets to start retired.
I don't know. I'll have to Google that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know the governor and I'm pretty sure the Senate. I'm like 90% sure the Senate is. And then the House, they may not be. I'm not sure. At the federal level, I know that the Congress is not, they can be in there for fucking a
Ever.
whole fucking lifetime.
Yeah. 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 Once they line up to the trough, it's pretty hard to get them away.
Well, they're not fit for any job after that. They're not. All they know how to do is take bribes.
With you guys, I gotta work in the morning. I got some welding to do for a buddy, so I'm fucking half past noon in the chair here, anyways.
Good to see you, Mr. and Mrs. G Bay. Good to see you
It was
guys.
great hanging with you.
Have
You guys
a
have a-
great weekend.
Yeah, have a good night.
Yeah. Peace.
See you.
Yeah, we'll be in chat. I'm gonna go fucking lay my head low there and jump in chat.
Good to see you, man.
All right, man. We'll see you in chat.
Oh goodness.
Well, Rick, you want to take over?
No, I'm gonna say goodnight myself.
Yeah, I think we should probably cash out. We're kind of mellowing out. So, chat.
But
we
I
love
want to
you.
say it was great to see everybody.
Everybody that came on, love you.
Good night, Uncle Rick. Good
Chat.
night, everybody.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Everybody.
Yeah, you guys take care.
Keep growing, everybody.
Good night.
Fuck the MCMA.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, DP.
Sure.
Bye.